This channel is supported by TrueFire. TrueFire is an online library of lessons from some of my favourite players. There's thousands of lessons on there. You can use the promo code JNC40 to get 40% off of any of their courses. I think this is a really important amp within the Helix and within the real world as well, because the Soldano SLO, I think, was responsible for starting a trend which a lot of companies followed. So I think the Mesa Boogie dual rectifier shortly followed the SLO. I think there was even something online that I read that Eddie Van Halen did initially play a SLO before going to Peavey and asking them to build him something which again looks quite similar, I believe. So of course you've got loads of famous users of Soldano stuff, whether it's someone like Gary Moore, chap from Dire Straits, Taylor Swift, you know, all of the main ones. So let's see what we can do with this then. So I'm going to pull up the amp first by itself, and I was just looking at the pedals of this online, so maybe we'll see if we can pull up two of these within the preset. So cab wise, I'm going to have dual, and I think we're looking for the Eminence kind of thing. If not, I may go for Cali V30s. Let's just go for V30s then. It's going to be quite a modern sound. I'm going to start off with the cabs something like this. I think it's also somewhat related to Marshall circuitry, is it not? I think that's the case. So we'll take a 57, a fair amount away. So we first of all, we've got a clean, we've got a crunch. So I'm going to start off with the clean, and also then, if I can, the lead channel, because those are the two that interest me most of all. So on this part of the preset, I'll have the lead, on this I'll have the clean. So what can we put alongside this? Hopefully we can get a little bit of spice in like this. Okay, right, so when we look at the clean settings we've got, we don't have a bright switch, we've just got basic normal stuff. I think quite a warm clean actually. I wasn't expecting that necessarily. I was expecting maybe to be a sort of situation where it doesn't sound to me like it's a super high headroom clean. It sounds to me like it's the sort of thing that you could drive a little bit. So that's playing with a Strat. I guess if we take the master up, you can get a little bit of stuff. That's by default at 7. I guess you could back it up a little bit more to get more out of it. It's just quite a balanced kind of clean, isn't it? Let's chuck the bass up. So it sounds to me like those are post the drive section. You can crank those and still get decent stuff out of there. So, first of all, that clean tone is beautiful. Let's try chucking a tube screamer in front. You know, that's working nicely as well. Nice. Okay, right, so I'm going to keep that over here, bypass, and then this tone here will start off without anything. I thought there was like a resonance or a deep switch, but clearly there's not, so I'm wrong on that. But again, this could be thought of as something, I think, a bit like a dual rectifier. I think if we crank the master a bit more, we're going to get more gain, potentially. So, I think also if we crank the mids, we should be able to get some fairly furry. So clearly that is quite an awesome sounding. So I might even use that for my kind of rhythm tone if I turn this off, and then my lead tone, maybe I would bring in a bit of a tube. Or maybe I wouldn't, but take the gain down. So I think with the Soldano stuff you can afford to, because it's somewhat Marshall-ish, crank the tone stack, and it kind of does this really interesting thing. If you wanted more sizzle out of it, I guess you turn that present. So that kind of really screams for sure, doesn't it? So if you want me to drop that into the folder, that's just a really beautiful clean, I think. And a nice rhythm, and then for your lead, just really nice stuff. I don't know if we can fit in anything else here. No, we kind of max things out. So you could, if you wanted some delay and stuff, maybe consider taking out the glitz instead. Let's do that actually whilst we're thinking of this, and chucking a dual delay. Take the mix down, turn the trails on, and we want it bypass for our rhythm, and on for here, and then I might even prefer it without that tube scream. I feel like it's maybe just doing a little bit too much in terms of pushing the mids. If you wanted to emulate the kind of deep / resonant switch, you could do this sort of thing with the low high shelf. If you put this down about 150 Hertz and give it a bit of a boost, then we could probably, I think, sort of replicate what a resonant / deep control might do, give you a bit more of that low end. I mean, yeah, that's pretty banging stuff, I think. Give that a try. Let me know if you want me to drop it into the folder. I'm really loving both of those models, to be honest with you. I'll catch you in another video soon. Cheers. Gumroad is the place to get my presets these days. Cheers.